Well, hey there, pedal people. It's the Pedal Guy here. How you doing? Today what we're going to do is we're going to unbox and demo the Hotone Loudster portable floor amp. But before we get started, please take a second and click on that subscribe button down there so you can stay up to date with all of our videos. All right, well, the Loudster is, as it sounds, it's a power amp. Get ready for the most complicated thing you've ever seen in your life. One knob. Can't really see it under the plastic there, but one knob. Okay, let's just keep bringing it out here. So I'll talk about it while we're bringing it out. So the idea here is to offer up a power amp solution for amps in a box that are looking for something a little more, with a little more bite to it. And you can use this with the legacy amps from Hotone. You can use this with amp in a box type of products. We're going to hook it up to a British Invasion and show you how that works exactly. But it's a very simple operation. Okay, you've got one knob for your volume, all right, and on the back you've got your power supply, power switch, your input, and your speaker output, which goes between 4 to 16 ohms. Now, I'll get the rest of the stuff out of the box here in a second, but what does this mean? Well, it's very simple. So let's take the legacy floor amp, for example, or legacy amp, the British Invasion amp, okay? So in the back of the British Invasion amp, you've got an effects send, and you have a speaker output that goes to a cabinet. Now, the idea here is that you wouldn't hook the speaker output of the British Invasion into the input of the Loudster. What you would do is you would take the effects send out of the British Invasion and go into the input here. Otherwise, you're just putting an amp on top of an amp. And this is not meant to be a load box. This is meant to be a power amp, okay? So that is the essence of it. And I am just really looking forward to seeing what it's gonna make the British Invasion sound like, or hear rather. We don't see audio. Okay, we have our power supply here. We have the cable that goes along with that. You have your warranty card, which definitely make sure you fill that out and send it in. You've got your feet, the rubber feet, and here is the manual. So, like all of Hotone's products, the manual is basically one card because, well, it's one knob, one card. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to use or explain. But in any case, what we'll do now is we'll hook it up and we'll go to, we'll use it with the British Invasion amp and see what kind of sounds we can get out of it. All right, welcome back. We have got the British Invasion now connected up to the Loudster, and the Loudster is going off to a Axe Track cabinet, an isolation cabinet, which we'll be using for our recording apparatus here. Just to recover this one part very quickly here. Okay, so on the back of the, see if I can twist this around properly here. Okay, so on the back of the British Invasion, you have your line output, your auxiliary in, you have your effects send, your effects return, and your speaker output. Notice, though, I am not using the speaker output. That's a no-no. You don't want to do that. You're going to go send out of the power amp, out of the amp into the power amp. Okay, so just want to make sure we got that all squared away there. So you get all this, you get all of the tonality of the British Invasion, but it's going to be reefed up by the Loudster. Okay, so when we come back, we're going to give you some audio examples and take it from there. All right, we've got everything dialed in and set up. Wow, I got to tell you, I've already been goofing around with this before I unveiled it to you, and I have to tell you, I am happy, happy, happy. So I am using an ES335. Something that's a little more kind of connects nicely with the vibe of the British Invasion amp, going off to a Loudster, and that's going off to the ISO cabinet. So let's go ahead and bring the guitar up here. Okay, gonna bring that up, and don't worry, we're gonna kill the mic. so you can hear this in all its glory. Just make a couple of little adjustments. We're going to start with clean. Okay, we're going to start with that first, and then we'll get dirty with it. So the rule of thumb here is when you're starting with something like this, make sure that you start down at the bottom. Okay, so we already know what we're going to do with the gain and with the volume here on the amp. Now when it comes to the power amp, we want to start there at the bottom and just find the volume that's going to work. In fact, we could probably dial that back just a little bit. All right, let's bring the treble up just a tad. Normally we do a lot of these demos with Strats, which are quite unforgiving when it comes to the high tones. So using humbuckers, soap bar pickups here, you want to kind of dial in a little bit more to get that jangle in there that makes the British Invasion sound so good. Which, for your information, if you haven't looked into this one, we did a video on this too. This is an emulation of a Vox AC30. So that was one of the inherent qualities of the original amp, and still to this day with all the reissues and everything. There's a reason why all them Beatles albums sounded good. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill the mic, and let's have a little fun with the Loudster. Okay, so I'm hoping by now you're hearing some of the potential here. Now I'm going to commit a sin here, and I'm going to use the reverb on the mixing console itself just to give you kind of an idea. We didn't hook a reverb pedal into this, but I want you to hear how sweet this comes out sounding. So let's bring the guitar back up. Isn't that just sweet, sweet, sweet sounding? All right, well, enough of that. Let's go ahead and let's get dirty. So, well, that sounded really wrong, didn't it? Let's go ahead and turn that gain up there, and let's bring the guitar back up. We'll also kill the reverb here so you can just hear it. Let's move up to the bridge pickup. maybe dial that treble back just a tad, and I think we can even bring the power amp up a little bit, maybe the master up just a touch. No, let's bring the power amp back just a tad. Okay, that's pretty rocking right there. So let's have a listen. Okay, so that was just like a little bit of noodling there. Let's just bring a little reverb into the mix here. So for more information on this product and the other products that we carry, please visit us at ThePedalGuy.com. Also be sure to follow us on Facebook and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks and have a great day.